Right, okay, part 3. Let's combine Menasor. Okay, right, so we want to start here with Motormaster, of course, because he's going to form the chest, just like in G1, of course. Right, so to do Motormaster here, what you want to do is you want to bring this part round, like this. Let's just get these out of the way. And there should be, there you go, you've got 2 tabs there, and that's going to click in. Like so. There we go. And then what you want to do is you want to bring these sections out, like so. Fold this part up. They're kind of held in there quite tightly. At first, when I first got this going, I could not figure out how these parts moved because they were in there so tightly. So be aware of that, they are quite stiff at first. Then what you want to do is you want to get the arms in this position, because then you see it's going to click in here. Now there's 2 posts are, and you can see we've got a hole there, molded in. And right, so we're going to bring the arm to this position. Oh, it's kind of complicated, this part. By the way, what you want to do is just want to get those in there like that. And you could straighten it up a bit more. Doesn't really matter. Oh. Yeah, those panels are constantly at an angle. They don't really fold in all the way. They just stay out like that. You can see they're not really. Yeah, they're at an angle, but that's just the way it's supposed to be. Interesting. Alright, you have those there like that. Then what you want to do is, I believe you want to get the head out first, because I don't think you can do the rest of it afterwards. You want to fold down Motormaster's head. I didn't realise it folded down that far, but it does. And you just lift it up like so. And then as you can see, there's a tab there. Fold Motormaster's head away. There's a tab where Motormaster's head is. It's just going to click into it. You can see there and there. There we go. That clicks into place. It holds it in place. Then bring up the horns, or the ears, whatever it is. And that is Menasor. There's Menasor's head. Did I say Menasor's head or Motormaster's head? I can't remember now. Oh, right, of course it's Menasor's head. Then what you want to do is you want to rotate this part around. It's much more complicated than the G1, of course. And then this is the bit that gets interesting for sure. Let's move this out of the way. Just need a lot of space for this. Right, so I think you open up this panel like so. You don't want to do anything with this so far, but I believe what you're supposed to do, supposed to bring the leg in a little bit. I'm sure the leg is supposed to go in, because then you see there's a hole there. And what you're supposed to do, it's really difficult trying to show this on camera. Oh dear. Alright, bear with me. So it's not going in. So I think, is that how you do it? Hold on a second. Yeah. I was just struggling at this just now. So I've decided to film it again, and I'm still struggling with this part. Not sure why. Because this wasn't, I don't think this is a thing I had an issue with before. So I just can't figure out how this bit goes in. It's really confusing me today. I thought that panel closed up. Do you take this bit out? Alright, it's kind of just close up, hasn't it? Hold on. There we go. And I'm guessing. Right, oh, just moved everything. And of course you've got this panel there, that just stays where it is. And just clicks in there. And you see, it's going to connect in there like that. And it should do it. There we have it. Did that just break? No idea. That was not very good sounding though, was it? No, you can see it just gets, it's really stiff in there. Feels like you want to break it. Classic thing. I've watched my videos and Transformers, especially Countdown, and that thing definitely feels like you want to break it when you fold those ramps down. That's what this is how that's how this feels like. Feels like Motormaster Countdown when you fold those ramps down. Oh wait, that is very strongly held in there. Jesus. Oh, just disconnected the head. Oh my goodness, it's all going wrong. Come on, in you go. Why isn't it going back in? That's a bit weird. No, it's completely missed it. Oh, there we go. Either way, now I've got it attached in there once, I can't get it attached in there again. Either way, what you want to do now is you want to fold this down, and this is going to click into place here. You want to do this on both sides. Don't worry, I will show you how to do it both sides, if I can get that damn thing clicked in. And then with this piece, it just goes in the back here somehow. It's just supposed to. Oh, that's weird, that's weird. Why isn't that going in properly? Maybe I didn't do this properly, because this bit should just clip in. There we go. Oh dear, everything's very tightly connected in there. It's going to be a nightmare taking this comic apart. I don't think I will. After this video, I think this is the last time I'm going to have Motormaster out for a very long time. I think I'm just going to keep them as Menasor, which is what I had them. Kept it. Which is how I had them until I took them apart to do the video, which is why I want to get them combined again. That's why I want to get this series over with, because it just takes up so much space having all 5 of the Stunticons out at the moment. And so that's, yeah, even though they're gigantic in the combined mode, you only have to worry about one robot then. You don't need to make room for 5. And it's much easier keeping all the parts together when he's combined, so I can't wait to have them combined again. Honestly, I prefer them that way. Keep all my combiners. I don't have them taken apart to their individual robot modes again. I just keep them all in combined mode. It's much easier for display purposes, so that's why I'm dying to get this guy combined again, because Motormaster's trailer is just gigantic, and it's been a while since I did the first part of this video, and the reason for that is it's just such a nightmare transformation to do on camera. As you can see, it's so much easier doing this without a camera. Yeah, I don't know why it's proven so difficult, because it wasn't nearly this difficult when I actually did it myself. It's this bit I couldn't figure out, because I tried to attach the arms and I didn't know this bit folded down. That's probably the most difficult I had. And trying to figure out how these parts came around here and clicked in. How the arms moved, where the arms went, and that was it. I've never had trouble with this part here. Ah! Well, this is stupid, isn't it? I forgot to disconnect this. And that's why that won't click in. Come on, it clicks in now. There we go. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh, that bit's disconnected. Oh yeah, here we go. It's not terrible. It's not, well, it looks a nightmare on camera, but believe me, it's much easier doing it off camera. This is the second time I've done it now. Either way, there we have it. We have Motormaster as the chest. Thank God for that. Well, there we go. That's that done. Now I've just got to figure out how it actually attaches to the actual chest. Wait, is that the chest then? Because this is... Oh, either way. So that's Motormaster all folded up. But now we've got to get him attached to this, because that's going to be the actual chest plate. I think you can see this, because as you can see, we've got 2 round parts sticking up there. We have 2 round connectors or whatever, and they're going to go in here. 2 circles, yeah, I guess. I mean, are they ports? I guess they are. Because either way, there's 2 holes there, and it's going to click in there. And as you can see, we've got this connector, we've got this tab, and it's going to go in there. And that is basically how we're going to hold this in place. So that's, you just line all that up, close it up, like so. This bit just stays, that bit goes there. You can see, is that in? Yep, that's in. And then what you want to do, this part, as you can see, got it in there. What the hell was that? Oh, some action figures just fell. Either way, you can see this purple bit here, we're just going to close it up on that circle, on this hole here, and that's going to hold all of this in place. And there you have it. This is now all going to stay together, which is great. So you don't have to worry about this falling apart, because this bit is going to support it and connecting it to this part as well. So as you can see, that is now Motormaster's chest, Menasor's chest done, and it weighs quite a bit. It's quite heavy, to be honest, and quite chunky, but not bad. Looks good. But that is only the first part. Now it's time to bring in breakdown. Dead end. I'm doing it in the opposite order that they were released in. Wild Rider. and drag strip. Here we go. So of course, two of these are going to form the legs, two of them are going to form the arms, two of them can form the legs, two of them are going to form the arms. So breakdown's a leg, wild ride is a leg, and these two are the arms. Right, so we want to really focus on these two first. So let's move these two out of the way. And now we've got the 4 Stunticons to deal with as well. Well, even more space that we're not going to have tonight. That I'm not going to have tonight when doing this video. Fantastic. Right, so now I've got to get the legs in where they are. And they are right here. So let's move this out the way. Still just barely getting all these in shot. And I think it's worth showing this. Because here are the instructions for how to combine drag strip. Combine drag strip into the arm, how to transform drag strip into one of the arms, and how to transform Wild Rider. That was just great, wasn't it? Into one of the legs. Right. Having a nightmare fitting this on. Right, there we go. These are definitely going to come handy, especially for the arms. The arms are the nightmare. Yeah, I'm not sure. Right, okay, the arms are probably the most problematic here. But I think we'll start with the legs first. Because the legs are easiest. Actually, before we do any of that, I'm just going to connect it all. Now, so I can actually show you what the incomplete Menasor looks like. Because that is one of the modes they show on the instructions and on the box. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like without any of the Stunticons attached, other than Motormaster, because obviously you need him to get the head out and everything. You need him to hold it all together. But as for the rest of them, they don't really. They're not necessary to have if you to actually get the combiner, like the actual combined form. You can do it, or you can do it without having the Stunticons, which is something you can do in G1. Either way, how did this work now? So this goes there, this goes here. Actually, I might need to show you how to do it with these arms, because, like I said, with the arms, with the legs, it's easy. The way they had them in the base mode, you just fold these up, and there you have it. That's the legs. I mean, the legs are easy. It's the arms here that aren't easy, because the arms start off like this. I think. Where's the other arm? The arms start off like this. And what you do for the arms is bring them in like that. Well, you want to fold the fist out, obviously. That's probably the first thing you want to do. Then you bring this part in. You see it's going to click in there. Bring this part in. It's going to go in there. Connect it together. And then you want to bring this part. How does this part go down again? Did I forget the step? I think I might have just forgotten something. Yes, I did. No? Oh boy. Oh, there we go. That's how that works. This is another problem I had. What you want to do, this bit doesn't actually move, it's attached in there. But I just want, when I did this first, when I first did this, I was like, how on earth does this bit? Because this bit is going to attach on here. I'm like, how on earth is that going to attach there when it's stuck in? Well, what you do is it's kind of stiff, alright? You just want to fold this down, and then that gives clearance to this piece, and that is the arm done. And then do it on the other side. So with this piece, it's not this bit that moves, it's this bit underneath that moves, and that's something that I was stuck. That's something I couldn't figure out first. Anyway, the rest of it all goes into place. I can't remember what happens with this. The hell was Jesus? It's really stiff. On this one, and then this bit, I think, just folds in there. this one here. Come on. Touch. And there we have Menasor. And that is Menasor. Why is he not standing up? There we go. There he is. And he is phenomenal. Either way, that is Menasor. Without all the Stunticons attached to him, other than the Motormaster, of course. I don't really know how to describe it, really, because you can make the combiner without having any of the Stunticons, but either way, so yeah, this is what I mean by having all the parts integrated into the trailer. Now you can have Menasor just on his own without any of the other Stunticons attached, which is pretty cool. But of course, the whole point is to get the rest, and so that's what we're doing now. Well, it's kind of cool that we can have him in this mode. Just having it without just having the bare bones of Menasor, like the skeleton, whatever you call it. I mean, it's just incredible, really. It's phenomenal. However, there's kind of one problem, and that's to get the arms on there, you have to take them off. So it's not really great. This is how you can keep all the parts together while you're waiting for the other Stunticons to arrive. But once you get them, you have to take the arm off again to actually attach drag strip and dead end as the arms. So that's a bit confusing. But as for the legs, it's easy. But maybe I probably would recommend taking it apart again. But we'll see. Right, anyway, so we've got Wild Rider and we have Breakdown. And Wild Rider is going to be on the left and on this side. It's my left. Right, so to take them, you want to take the guns off. Then what you want to do is you want to come in here like this. And this is where the fun begins. This is it. We are combining the Stunticons into Menasor. The thing I've been waiting to do since I started this video, or since I took the trailer apart. We're finally here. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Here we go. Right, so one thing I will mention is it's kind of a nuisance trying to get the cockpit out, with the windscreen out even on Wild Rider here, and Breakdown. It's kind of a pain. You kind of have to take apart the front of the car to get it. Yeah, it's kind of a nuisance. Oh my god, how does this? Yeah, you do have to like separate it at the front here, but come on, just clips, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Right, okay, and then once you've got that, you can free it up like so. What you want to do now is you want to bring this out like this, and there you have it. But mine always falls apart the back here, which doesn't happen for Breakdown, even though of course they are exactly the same. It's just a redeco and a slight retool. Right, so if he's going to go on this side, we want this leg. So what we'll do is we'll bring the leg around like this, and actually it might be best if we do just take the leg off, because this part can get a bit annoying. So let's just lay down Menasor. Right, I believe this is the correct leg. Yes, it is. Okay, so now what we do, we've got these posts here. Oh no, we've got posts there, and basically what happens is this can be a bit annoying. We want to line all this up. And you can see there's two here, and there's two there. And it's going to connect to these ports here. There's two down here, two square ones, or two rectangular ones, and two circular ones. And they're all going to slot in like so. And you've got to push it in all the way so this bit closes up and fills in the gap to create the look we had in the cartoon. Because I didn't realise, but it was until after I saw this. Because one thing I didn't like about this figure at first is that, well, for the G1 toy, you could actually see the cars. You could see the Stunticons on Menasor's legs, but with this one you can't. And I never realised until after this toy came out that that's how it was in the cartoon. So, you know, it's cartoon accurate, but I actually prefer the G1 toy look with the actual, you know, and funny enough, the G1 toy look is like this. It's not this side, you see, it's the robot mode you see attached to Menasor, so that's interesting. So you can't recreate that, unfortunately. That's one of the things put me off this figure, but now I've got it in hand, I'm happy to say that, yes, I do prefer it with the cars actually showing, rather than being hidden at the back, but this does actually look quite cool. Alright, either way, it's just a bit of a pain getting this to line up. That's what happens. Is you want to hold this, I think that's the best bit. You want this to hold in place while this all just attaches. There we go. As you can see, it attaches in there like that. And do I have to line it up on this side? Oh no, don't tell me I do. It is kind of annoying. Either way, you just push it all the way in, like so, until it all clicks. Oh, it's coming apart there again. Doesn't do that on breakdown, only Wild Rider. And you push it in far enough until this bit closes up. I don't know how far in it can go. I mean, I do know, but I don't know if it's in all the way. If it isn't, there's still going to be a little bit showing through. There we go. That one's in all the way. It's just this side, I think. I think that's close enough. Either way, as you can see, he's on there. And you now have one leg. But like I said, you can't see the car. In the toy, in the G1 toy, you could see the car mode. But it was actually this way up. You could actually see the robot mode. It wasn't in the car mode when it attached to Menasor. So that's just an interesting thing. And it's a bit worrying how this bit just sits here. This might break. No, that's the windscreen. It just folds down there. And there you have it. That's one leg done. And now you want to do it for this other side. And that's how you attach the legs. Definitely the most problematic part. The arms aren't actually that bad at just getting this all to line up. And this, you know, it's that really annoying spring-loaded thing that can cause you troubles. And getting these windscreens to come up. Either way, here's breakdown. And now, and again, he doesn't seem to have the same issue as Wild Rider, other than the part of trying to get the windscreen out, which is always a nuisance on these. Wish they made it easier to get the windscreen up, so you can combine them. They're really tightly held in at the front here. It's kind of a pain, I must admit, to get the damn thing. Also, in the breakdown video, I didn't have his arms tucked in properly for the car mode, so as you can see, they're now fully lined up now. I realised after the video that they weren't pushed in all the way. Right, yep. So, again, having a bit of trouble trying to get these parts of the front of the car to move out of the way, so I can just get the windscreen up, and then that just lets the whole thing combine. It's just trying to disconnect it. It's a real nuisance. I wonder if there's an easy way of getting these. Can I get the arms out? No. Just want to try and free up this bit at the front here so I can get the windscreen up, and it's not doing it. I just need to push this up, because what happens is this bit, you know, it needs to fall down so I can attach it. Right, here we go. I've got it, but there we go. And you see it's come up. Then what we want to do again, allows this whole bit to fold down, and then we can get straight to combining it. It's just a bit of a pain really getting it to work on these ones. The arms aren't as bad actually. It's just for the arms you have to do a bit more transformation to the actual combiner parts. The actual robots are kind of easy to do. Right, and then again, same story, but this one I don't have an issue with this bit splitting, unlike on this one. As you can see, it just keeps splitting the middle there. Oh well, strange, because this one, as you can see, they are a redeco practically. I mean, the back's a bit different, I didn't really touch on that in my review. But either way, apart from the spoiler, I forgot to mention this bit was new. It's not the same as Wild Rider. Either way, this one I actually find is easier to attach, but one good thing is you can actually have the weapon stored on this one, because this weapon storage is at the bottom, so that's a good idea. Hold on to the weapon by attaching it to the bottom there, because it won't be affected by the combining it. No, it's in the foot mode, it doesn't really matter, because that bit just sits there. Alright, either way, here we go again. Let's push this in. I think you can push that in. This one I haven't had as much issue with. Hardwire has been the most problematic so far for me. And got some stress marks on it, so that's one thing to look out for. Bit of a shame that you have to damage the toy to get it to work, get it to combine. Bit annoying. Either way, as you can see, this one's gone straight in. Hopefully. Yeah, it's practically done it. It just takes a bit of... Unfortunately, there is no way to really avoid causing stress marks, because to get the panel to shut all the way, you have to force it in all the way. So it closes up, you know, as well as the other one did. And now you have the two legs. Again, biggest complaint being the sound. The car mode isn't really seen. It kind of looks much cooler like this, but again, that's not accurate to G1 like that as well. Very strange. But that is how it was in the car scene, which again, didn't really notice that until after seeing this in the Legacy Menasor. But that's why it's all great at the front, because that's how it was on the show. I actually prefer the G1 toy look, to be perfectly honest. Right, now comes the most nightmare part, and that is getting his arms out. Or at least that's the problem I had. That's what I had the most issues with to begin with. So these arms do feel like they want to break when you try and take them off, but I actually got them to come off quite easily now. That one went off. At first, this thing would like fly across the room, and I tried getting it out. There is a tactic, hopefully. Oh, this one doesn't seem to be wanting to come off then. They are really tightly held on here, which is why I'm a bit concerned that you have to take these, you know, they are attached really tightly. This bit definitely feels like it wants to break sometimes, not all the time. What's happened there? Well, I got one off, but getting the other one off seems to be proving difficult, which is not a good sign. So that's a bit concerning that, you know, trying to break the toy to get this to work. That's how it feels anyway. But it's kind of obvious when the arm's not attached properly, because it will just fly off when you try and pick it up. It's not on there as well. The connection is not as good, so you have to run the risk of having it, you know, be a bit of a pain to take off if you want it to hold on when it's combined. It's just, this one is not playing. No, it's not doing it today, this one. Jesus Christ. There we go. Oh my God, that was awful. Another big issue I have with this figure is these connection points probably could have been made a bit better, so it doesn't come out as forcefully, and it doesn't come out as violently as that. That made a huge sound. My God, bit scary. The combiner parts are definitely a bit scary, I'll tell you that right now. But so is the G1s, so, because the heads break off and all that, so I don't really know what's better. Either way, let's take these out. Another good thing is when it combines, this gets fixed finally. This issue here on dead end, which I've talked about many times now, well, in this review anyway. I've just mentioned it here as well. But either way, this is now the most interesting part, because to combine, to attach dead end and drag strip, pardon me, to the arms, you actually have to modify the arms a bit to actually get it to work. And I did show it earlier, but I'm going to show it again. Bit of a nuisance. You have to take the arms off and put them back on again. But so here we are. Okay, I'm just going to have it out in front of me to make this easier, because time is kind of an issue right now. This has taken a long time to do this video. I don't want it to run much longer. I definitely want to give my thoughts on Menasor. Right, either way, nearly there, fingers crossed. So, which arm is this? Wrong side. Would be helpful, wouldn't it? Right, okay, so I'm going to look at instructions while showing this, just so I don't get it wrong. So what I want to do, I want to fold this bit up like this. This might help you. So I had a bit of trouble, like I said, trying to figure out how this bit attaches and everything like that. So hopefully this video helps with that. Alright, right, so we have this now. Hold on a second. That doesn't look right. Not really understanding what they're doing. So this bit folds up like this. This bit goes down there. Yeah. Well, either way, the point is. I see. It is the way I've had it. This is it. Like that. That's how it is. I didn't really need instructions for that. Basically, this is where the car's going to rest. Because the interesting part about this is drag strip and dead end, well, none of them actually form the legs or the arms. They kind of just attach to the legs and arms. And as you can see here, what you want to do is you want to take it back to this there. Just basically kind of the way it was found in the trailer mode. Anyway, as you can see, we have all these posts and clips and everything. So what you want to do is you want to take drag strip here. As you can see, in the middle here, it's a bit loose. And the reason for that is, if I've got these around the right way, which I think I have, yes, so I do, as you can see, what we're going to do, is this round the right way? Yes, it is. As you can see, we've got the clips there, and it matches everything down here. As you can see, there's a cutout there. There's ports here, and they line up with those. And what you do, you just put this on, and it's really cool, this part. Just put it on like that. Again, that's why this bit in the middle here is a bit floppy. And then when you do this, it splits it up in half for you. And you straighten this bit out, like so, like we had it before. And that's why you can't do that when the arm when the arm's attached to Menasor like we had before, because you can't actually, there's no button to actually split this apart. It splits apart when you have it, only when you have it like this. You can't actually split the car apart. You can't split drag strip apart yourself. It does it. You can't do it manually. You have to do it when it's attached to the actual arm piece, which is really cool. Right, either way, and that is how drag strip connects. And then let's put that back on. So that's one arm attached. And then same with dead end. Again, the good thing about this one is it fixes this issue here, which shouldn't have been an issue to start with, but there we go. Unfortunately, no, it doesn't seem to have fixed it for me when I transformed it back to the car mode, as you can see. Alright, again, clicks into place. Let's just click this and then, as you can see, definitely improved it. Shame it doesn't stay that way on mine. And again, oh, something I've done wrong. Have I done something wrong? Ah, I haven't. Why have I? Have I done something wrong with this one? Because it doesn't seem to be wanting to combine. That is right, isn't it? This one doesn't seem to want to split. Oh, there we go. It's just a bit stiff. Again, same thing, splits in half, really cool. Straighten this out, and there you have again the arm mode. And what this allows you to do, there you go, it's this side. It allows you to bend it, and it actually works quite well because it allows more articulation rather than just having dead end attached to it and not split in half. Even this looks a bit strange because you've essentially split apart one of the Stunticons. It actually works quite well, so you can actually, it allows for all this really cool articulation on Menasor. Right, and then what you do with that is you attach it there like this. Well, actually, we shouldn't have done that first. We should have taken the legs first. I forgot the legs weren't attached. I'm not going to take drag strip off again because it was a nightmare to do the first time. It was actually dead inside, I think. Either way, what you want to do now, you can see, much like combinables, attaches in there like so. Take breakdown, attaches in like so. Let's get them in. And then finally, with dead end here, I'm going to put him on like that. And this is Menasor. This is Transformers Legacy Menasor. Fully combined. And what a sight. This is phenomenal. This is definitely the reason why I picked all these guys up. As cool as Motormaster is, as cool as Dead End, you know, kind of a shame of his issues, but it's all worth it for this. This is incredible. Then, of course, what I want to do, take, again, you know, you can hold on to this turret if you really want to do that, but let's just forget about that for now, and let's just give him Motormaster's gun, which really works for this guy more. The sword is a bit small in this guy's hand, but the gun, the sword wants to stay in his hand, but the gun fits him quite well, and it's definitely, you know, better sized for this guy. Just bring out one of these so we can actually hold it. Do you want to do it that side? Do I want to do this side? No, that's right. And there we have it. It is phenomenal. This is an amazing combiner. If they do the rest like this, it's a winner. This line is going to be amazing. If they do the stunt, if they do all of them like this, they probably might not, because again, they have just done power. They just did Titan's Return. I mean, Combiner Wars a few years back, and Power the Primes and everything. So, but if we get more combiners like this with all the combiner parts integrated into the actual leader, like with the trailer or whatever, that would be amazing. That's incredible. And he seems to have trouble standing up. Maybe it's because of the fact I have him holding the gun. Yeah, that is the reason, I think. Or is his legs not straightened? So either way, this is just it's just an incredible combiner. It's phenomenal. Got tons of articulation, though he does tend to fall. Just tends to like start leaning forward. Either way, as you can see, it looks great. Let's just split his legs apart a little bit so we can get him to stand up. Okay, he's not really standing up very well. Again, there's even like, he's got waist articulation, he's got everything, but he definitely is top heavy, so you don't want to really have him pointing the gun up too much. And this head keeps popping up. But again, he is just incredible. We've got loads of articulation here in the arms. Bring it, there's a bend at the elbow, a rotation at the elbow. Show you hard to get on camera. As you can see, the arm can move up, the head can turn. There's waist articulation, and then the legs bend at the hip. The legs can just, you know, move up and down on nice ratchet joints. Really cool. Oh, the leg can come off. But yeah, it's just incredible the articulation got this guy. And again, it's all because of the fact they split apart drag strip and dead end. It allows you so much movement at the arms, and that is a really good compromise, actually, to be honest with you. It's a really good solution to that. It's not a bad compromise to split the Stunticons at the top there apart. It allows for some really cool articulation. At first I wasn't a fan of it, but it actually works really well. And again, it's a phenomenal head sculpt. Overall, definitely get this guy if you can find him. Definitely worth getting all the Stunticons to make this absolutely phenomenal combiner. Right, it's been Retroaction, and this is definitely, I didn't realise, but I saw Toys R Us with Menasor and Motormaster as #1, and I would have done the same if I got that counted. I didn't know. I didn't think Menasor would count as the Toy of the Year, but he is actually an included mode for Motormaster, so yeah, this guy, you know, Motormaster's my #1 for last year, but this guy, really, he's truly the #1. And again, because he is technically integrated into Motormaster's trailer, I guess Motormaster / Menasor deserves to take the top spot for my list as well. So yeah, Menasor is my top toy of 2022. He is phenomenal. And if they make more combiners like this, I definitely would like to get them. Anyway, right, it's been Retroaction, and this has been Transformers Legacy Motormaster, the Transworld Legacy Stunticons, a phenomenal group. It's just a really great part of this toy line. And if they make more combiners like this, well, yeah, definitely recommend this guy. He's easily a 9.5 out of 10, a 10 out of 10. Minus the slight quality control issues on Dead End and Motormaster with his turret. Other than that, this guy is incredible. And he just looks so good. He's so big, imposing, menacing, great head sculpt, loads of great articulation. It looks fantastic on display. And you can even switch around the cars if you like to give him a more G1 accurate look. This is definitely an option if you don't like the cars being at the back on the legs. And this is actually something I've liked as well. Let's see if I can get this to work. But yeah, overall, go and get this figure. I mean, go and get the Stunticons. And even though Dead End's not as good as he should have been, and Breakdown should have been a different car mode, this makes up for it. This is a phenomenal figure. And it's great to have all of these fully combined as Menasor. Oh, I don't know why it's not doing that though. Why is it not? Oh, that's why. It's these parts. Oh, legs just come off though. That's something to look out for. Why has that happened? Why has that happened? There we go. It's just done it again. Oh, that's not really working. I don't know why. There we go. And as you can see, looks good like that. It's a good solution to those, including me, that didn't really like it before because the cars weren't showing. That's as close as you're going to get to the G1, and it's just amazing. It's an amazing homage to Generation 1 Menasor. Well, anyways, for Retraction, thank you very much for watching. And that is it for this series. And definitely my favourite combiner, definitely my favourite figure in Transworld Legacy so far. Let's see if they can beat him. And hopefully we get more combiners in this style, because this is definitely the best version of a combiner we have ever gotten. Alright, it's Retraction, thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.